Hi there. I am wanting to share something that became really apparent to me this week. I ran this quick exercise called Ask John Sane something in 60 seconds. And pretty much every question that I got was around a need for certainty. And what I started to realize that there is actually no certainty, and how everybody's asking for certainty is actually where the problem lies. And I'm writing my next book called Future Next, and the payoff line is actually certainty delusion. You see, about 150 million jobs are going to be lost because of what's going on right now. We have 500 million people going into poverty, back into poverty because of the job losses. People are losing their salaries, and people are not comfortable with whether their jobs are going to be there next month or not. And the truth is, how can businesses keep paying for salaries when there isn't the same sort of income that's coming in? And so what we've got to realize is there's nothing wrong in wanting to have a certain level of certainty, but what you're doing is you're determining your future based on something that's happening out there. And in asking what's going on in the real estate agent, what's going on in what do I need to study after this, you're not taking your own reality into control. And what you're saying is, let me try and fit into what the market will determine, and let me try and fit and study what the market will need from me. Not, what do I love? What is my expertise? What is my excitement? What is it that I want to bring to the world? And so we live in a world that is so topsy-turvy that it's difficult to let go of the need for certainty. And so this video really is about, look, there is no certainty. Nobody can tell you what's going on. I was sat in a 90-minute video presentation from the Copenhagen Institute for Future Studies. Some of the brightest people in understanding the future. And they couldn't even tell us what's coming. We don't know if the vaccine's coming, if it's going to be great. We don't know if the virus is going to be mutating or not. We don't know when herd immunity arrives. We don't know what other pandemics are coming. So there's going to be a level of uncertainty moving forward. Add to that artificial intelligence and blockchain and the opportunity for some wars happening between Russia, China, and America. It's impossible to tell what's coming. And so no matter what you do, or no matter how you go about doing it, you got to ask yourself a couple questions. One, does this make me excited? Or am I doing it just to survive? And if you're doing it just to survive, get out, because you're wasting your time, because you don't have a certainty of what's going to make you survive. I mean, I've been looking at this Norwegian artist and jewelry maker. She lives in Norway. She lives in a little cabin in the woods, but she makes vlogs. She vlogs about her life. Her vlogs make her more money than her her paintings and her jewelry. I've seen a baker who's a blogger, a vlogger, and a recipe bookmaker. I've seen a fitness trainer that's an online coach, a diet coach, a mental performance coach. I've seen a real estate agent that's a DIY specialist, selling tools that are branded with her brands on it. She vlogs about the houses she fixes and sells. I've seen a doctor who's an author, a blogger, an online doctor, and an offline doctor. So realize the job market is changing. The structure of organizational systems is changing. What we all have to do is step up and get ourselves active into an entrepreneurial role. We are entering an era called the forced entrepreneurship era. It's the necessity entrepreneur that now needs to start shining. You can't rely on the organization that's been hiring you and paying your salary for the last few years, because that organization might not be around. So you've got to build yourself a personal brand. You've got to build a brand that's both online and offline. You've got to be high touch and high tech. You've got to look for many different ways to bring revenue in. You must be multi-adaptive in many ways that you go about doing what you're doing. And if you're not good at certain things, partner with people that are good at those certain things so you can both make money moving forward. Look, we've got something called the internet. It's 5 billion people strong right now. There's going to be another 3 billion people coming online over the next 4 or 5 years. That's 8 billion people that you have an opportunity to be connected to. What are you selling them? What's unique about you to want to be selling anything to them? How are you building trust with them? And so stop asking for certainty. Stop waiting for a market, a job, a salary. Those things there's no guarantee. They could be around for a short while, but definitely not for the long while. And I was working with one of South Africa's top banks during the week, and they were telling me offline that they don't know if they've got jobs in the next few months. And the truth is, how can that bank guarantee anything? Because if everything's changing so quickly, how can you? So look, the video is called Certainty Delusion. Don't be disillusioned by the fact that things aren't the way they're supposed to be. Carve your own way. Create your own brand. Add value where you can add value. And remember, the world that post-COVID-19 will celebrate your uniqueness and authenticity over everything else. Don't try and fit into a box. Create your own. And my book, Future Next, coming out, so I'll write much more about this. And I'm right now writing about it. So that's why it was like top of mind for me. And the questions coming from that John Sonner in 60 Seconds, I realized there's a level of frustration and an addiction to certainty. There's no such thing left. Ciao.